Welcome into the Greater Texas Ford Dealers inaugural Female Athlete of the Month. From Texarkana to El Paso, the Panhandle to San Angelo, the Permian Basin to East Texas, Waco, Wichita Falls to Lubbock, and many points in between. We celebrate the remarkable achievements of female high school athletes based on performances on and off the field and courts. From Class 6A to private schools, it's the Greater Texas Ford Dealers Female Athlete of the Month. Joining me now, the great Mallory Moore of Amarillo, Tascosa. She's the Class 5A winner of the Greater Texas Ford Dealers Female Athlete of the Month. Congratulations, Mallory. What a tremendous honor. What did you think when you heard that you won and you were the best in Texas?
I was just so surprised and honored. I was just not expecting it at all. So I'm just so happy to be here, so excited to get to talk with you today.
You know, your story is just an unbelievable story of determination. I think about your freshman year, you're at Tascosa and you're on that cross country team and you're doing big things and you're becoming such a leader. And then COVID changed our world and you homeschooled for 2 years. You come back your senior year to not only lead, but be the captain of the team that went all the way to the quarterfinals. Talk about that journey and how difficult it was for you.
It was a really interesting journey. I had a lot of experiences through it, and I'm so thankful for every season of it. It was definitely interesting going through my freshman year at Tascosa while COVID was happening. Everyone was wearing masks, and yeah, definitely an interesting time. I bet everyone can remember that. Um, and then homeschool, I just really wanted to do for fun, just to see if I liked it. And I really got some great experiences from that too. So I've been on both sides, public school, homeschool, loved both of them. I'm a very social person, so I ended up coming back to Tascosa, and I really do love running for them, love being on the team, and I'm such a team-oriented person, so it's been so fun to get to kind of jump back into that and kind of just be a leader on the team. And yeah, it's been a great experience for me.
What about that? Because you're such a people person and everybody loves you.
Yeah.
And from the social
Thank you.
aspect of it, when you're doing the homeschool for 2 years, that must have just eaten you alive a little bit, huh?
Yeah, I definitely make sure to still do as many social activities as I could. I actually was a part of the homeschool cross country team. It was brand new when I started homeschooling. So I kind of got to start on that. And it was a really cool experience that gave me a lot of social time, which I needed and loved. And I also got to take some dual credit classes at WT on campus. Um, and that was a really cool experience too. So I definitely made sure to stay pretty well versed and well rounded socially while I was homeschooling. But yeah, definitely is nice to be back in public school with classes in person every day and practices every day. So I'm liking that a lot.
How did you keep up with your running during that time? Because, when you got back to Tascosa, it was like you never even missed a beat. It was like you were training the whole time.
Right. Yeah. Well, and a big part of that I definitely owe to the homeschool cross country team I was on. That really helped me keep up the training, and I still got plenty of competition out of it. And so yeah, that was a great experience. And actually my junior year, I injured my hip. I tore my labrum in my hip, and so that took me out for about 9 months, and I wasn't able to run for 9 months. And so that was a really probably the biggest shocker for me when it comes to running. And I definitely wasn't expecting it. So yeah, it took a lot of physical therapy. My mom's a doctor, so she helped me through all of that recovery. But yeah, getting back into it, I've always just really had a passion for running. And so it was fun to get back into it. We did summer workouts with Tascosa, so that really helped me get back into it and train. So yeah, definitely thankful that I was able to get back all the way because I wasn't sure for a while with that injury.
Yeah, I don't even know how you did it because you're such an active person. You can't stand still and you had to rest.
Yes, I know. Yeah, that was so hard for me. Yeah, it definitely takes a toll on you to be so used to something like running and training, and then when you have to stop, it can definitely be hard. So yeah, definitely had to learn a big lesson in that.
Well, your dad's a marathon runner, and I know you love running with
Yes.
him as well. You've done a
Yes.
lot of half marathons with him, most recently OKC up there in Oklahoma City. Talk about that relationship with your dad, how much you enjoy running with him, and how much does he push you?
Yeah, my dad is such an inspiration to me. He is so competitive, and it is so fun to see him and all of his hard work. He trains so hard, and he's almost always training for a new race. And so that really does push me to keep up my training and keep going for new goals. He's always, once he hits one marathon or a Paladuro Canyon race or whatever it is, he always is on to the next. So no, it's really inspirational for me to get to see him do that. And it's also so cool to get to run with him. And I always have somebody to talk about running with. We could talk about running forever. So yeah, I'm really, really blessed to have my dad as a runner too.
So, at what age were you able to pass him and beat him?
Honestly, I still probably couldn't as far as marathons and distance goes. But I don't know. We haven't really raced, but that'd be a funny thing to test out for
Well, I look at
sure.
what you were able to pull off, getting back into the Tascosa program after the injury and the layoff with the homeschool. I know you were still fighting through that and still, working out and really pushing yourself. But how are you able to kind of get over the physical part of it and the mental part of it to get back to, one of the highest levels in Texas high school sports?
Yeah, well, it's interesting you asked that question because that was one of the things, probably the biggest thing I had to learn when I came back after my injury. I got to this place where, I had been training so much, and so physically I was back to normal, but mentally I felt like I didn't have the same drive as I did before the injury, and I didn't have the same motivation sometimes. And so that was definitely an obstacle I had to deal with, and I had to learn to get out of the mentality where I was like sorry for myself, and I would just, complain about a workout that was hard, because that is the truth. Cross country is a hard sport. It's not all, glamorous. But yeah, it was definitely a learning curve. And once I realized that, honestly, just staying positive and being so thankful that my body can do this, that God's given me the ability to even run again, has just really changed the way I performed. So yeah, I would say cross country is definitely physical. It's very heavy in the physical aspect, but it's just as much on the mental aspect too.
Do you find that it's kind of a love-hate relationship, because you hate the practice, you hate all the stuff you got to deal with. I know when I run, I'm always like, boy, that tree over there looks like a nice place to stop, and
Totally.
relax. But, to
Yeah.
get over all that stuff.
How do you feel?
Horrible.
Horrible.
Good?
Good.
Happy.
Happy?
Good.
Good.
That was good.
That was good.
And there's such a hate part of it, but then that's so rewarding in the end when you do so
Yes.
well, like your team getting all the way to the regionals.
Yes, that's so true. That's so much how it is. It's like a love-hate relationship. You love it, and you love the team, and you love how fulfilling it is when you do well in a race. But yeah, it is hard. Yeah, all the practices. We definitely wake up early, which is not my favorite. I'm not really an early morning girl. And so we spend lots of hours running, but it's also just so, so rewarding. And especially just having that community of girls, it is such a nice thing to be able to just spend so much time with them, pour into them, and just really get to know them because you're spending so much time together. So I really do love cross country as a whole, even though it is challenging at times. Yeah.
Well, tell us about some of your teammates and some of the stars that you really enjoy competing with and training with, and the ones that have really become really good friends of yours.
Yeah. So one that really sticks out is her name's Hannah, and we ran together my freshman year at Tascosa. And she was right back there when I came back my senior year. And so she was the only one that stayed all 4 years, I guess, since she was a freshman, since when I was there at least. And so it's been really, really cool to get to run with her again. And she's a familiar face. She's so amazing and such an inspiration to me too. And so yeah, she's definitely somebody I love to run with, and I'm so thankful for on the team. And then Daisy and Lily are also some of my dear friends on the team. They're juniors. But yeah, really, I wish I could name everyone because I just have been so blessed with such an amazing group of girls this season. And yeah, I'm just so thankful for every one of them. We're all so quirky and unique in our own ways, and it's definitely made for a fun season.
Well, I think about Tascosa, and you got to think about that great nickname, the Rebels with a
Yes.
cause. And did you guys kind of have that mantra when you would go to meets and take on other schools in the state of Texas?
Yeah, it's definitely super, super fun to, just be a part of a team that has such a legacy. And, when you go out on a meet, it's not just an individual race. It's all about doing your best for yourself, for your team, for God, for your family. It's not just about you, which is so, so cool to me that, that can just be such a motivational factor is, we're all working as a team together to try to get to this goal. And so, yeah, I think we have a lot of pride as a team. Um, and, we're just proud of each other, proud of what we've done. And I think when we get out on a course, we just really do, it does help to have such a strong team because, yeah, we've been so blessed with that. And it really is such a big part of a race.
Well, you talk about that legacy, and you're a great coach, Rochelle Stiles. She's part of that legacy.
Yes.
She ran there, and she talks so fondly of you about how you're such a hard worker, you're an unbelievable leader, and you're one of those girls that never complains and never has a bad day. She says great things about you. What has she meant to you in your cross country life?
Well, yeah, she means everything to me. She has just been so inspirational to me. It's so, so cool to me that she is a runner herself. She understands all the hard workouts that she puts us through. She gets it. She's done it before. But she is just amazing, a powerhouse, so encouraging to all of us and pushes us to our limits. But she has just been so incredible and really built a new culture in our team. I think that's better than it ever has been. So I'm so thankful for her.
So well said. I know the last meet you guys had was the Nike Invitational, very prestigious and honorable to
Yes.
be in that event. What was that event like for you guys to go to?
That was such a fun trip and such a fun meet to end on. Yeah, I was so thankful to be a part of it. We went down to Houston and it was actually such a fun trip. It's funny because it's kind of like one of those trips where everything went wrong, but in all the best ways, made for great stories. Yeah, so we had rental car issues and a flight got delayed, spent an extra night in Dallas at the end. So it was a wild ride, but it was so much fun. It was really our first like big trip as a team. So it was really, really fun to get to, stay at the hotels for a few nights and, get to run on that big course. It's one of the races where you kind of feel like it's a whole marathon because they announce your name when you finish and so many people are there. So it's really hyped up and really fun. It was a great experience. Probably one of my favorites from the season.
And that was down in Houston, right?
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
near Houston.
So I was
Yes.
wondering, like the whole layover in Dallas, the planes to trains
Yeah.
to automobiles. There's such a
Yes.
fine line of being kind of everybody's friend and then being a leader and pushing everybody. And you do
Yeah.
such a great job of doing that. How do you pull that
Well,
off?
thank you. Really? Well, thank you for saying that. I think it really comes down to being humble yourself. I I don't ever think of myself as above any of the other girls just because I'm older or anything. I really have so much respect for everyone because, you know, they put in just as much work as I do. And I really always just want to make sure I'm leading humbly and serving them too. And so, yeah, I think that's what it's about. It's about just humbling yourself and being just a part of the team instead of just somebody who's higher up, but also always pushing them, always encouraging them, and they do the same for me. And so I really am so blessed, like I said, to be a part of this team, and I could not be more grateful for all of them.
Coach Stiles talks about, hey, cross country's over, but you're still practicing like it's still going on. What are you,
Yeah.
crazy? You're supposed to be relaxing. I mean, it's your senior year. Sit back and enjoy.
Yeah, that's so funny. That is one of the things that is such a big running thing. It's like you're never really done, no breaks, you know? So, you know, of course we'll take a few days and we'll rest and we'll taper a little bit, our workouts. But yeah, at the end of the day, if you stop running for a long period of time, you're gonna really get set back. And so we've got track season around the corner. We've got to keep ourselves conditioned for that. And so, yeah, making sure to stay on top of it, stay conditioned is really, really important, even when we're not in the heat of the season.
Well, you're one of 4 siblings, and I have a feeling they're going to follow in your footsteps and be great athletes as well. Your mom is a doctor. You talked about that, a star high school softball player in Abilene. We mentioned your dad being
Yes.
a marathon runner. Is health and fitness just a way of life in your family, would you say?
It definitely is, and I really am so thankful for that because, it's just a great environment to have grown up in. You know, I probably skipped a lot of the hard things that people have to learn about health and fitness, because my, you know, dad and mom are so into that and know so much about it. And so, yeah, it definitely helps to have my mom as a doctor. She's super into nutrition and just staying healthy. And it's been a really big milestone that has helped me, I think, do well and get where I am today. So yeah, I'm thankful for that.
You're so active with your church, and I know you love working with the kids clubs there. What is it about your faith that is just so darn important to you?
Yeah, for me, it's just the most important thing in my life because it really shows me and helps me know where my identity is found. And, you know, you can be so invested in running or whatever it is, extracurricular activities, school itself, your job. But if you don't really know who you are and the root of who you are, then it's not going to be enough to keep you happy. And so that's the main thing for me. It's just knowing who I am, a daughter of Christ. And it really just does give me so much peace and confidence, not in myself, but in my maker. And so I really just, yeah, I'm so thankful that I'm grounded in my faith, because that's really, I'm doing this for God at the end of the day. And it really is just a blessing to be a part of all these different things because it gives me a bigger platform to just love people, just show the love of Jesus, and yeah, just connect with people. And yeah, like you said, I love doing kids club. I'm so passionate about kids, and you know, just they're so joyful and playful, and I just love that about them. I love getting to serve with them and just, you know, kind of feeling like a kid. And they keep me on my toes, and I love it.
Well, you have 2 good friends in the church that you've been close to for a lot of your life, and I think about Beth, who you've known since the 2nd grade, Brooklyn, who is a shot putter at Amarillo High. What have they meant to you?
They just mean so much to me. Yeah, I've known Beth since I was in 2nd grade. She's my longest lasting friend. She is just so important to me. She has been through everything with me, gotten me through some of the hardest times in my life, and we've shared every laugh, every cry together. So she means the world to me. And Brooklyn, I haven't known as long, but we just had that instant connection. We feel like soul sisters. Um, she is just so incredible. She is such a powerhouse. Both of them are such good leaders, and they help me grow as a person and in my faith. And yeah, I'm just really thankful to have them.
Well, both Brooklyn and your boyfriend Gavin, who's a star soccer player, are from Amarillo High. How are you able to pull that
Yes.
off? Do you keep that kind of under the radar that, you're friends with these people from the bitter rival of the Sandys?
Yeah, that's so funny. I think at the end of the day, we are always going to be so supportive of each other. But yeah, when it comes to competition, we are going to be loyal to our schools. We are cheering. I'm cheering for the Rebels. They're cheering for the Sandys, and that will not change. But yeah, at the end of the day, we love each other, and we're all going to support each other no matter what.
I love it. Well, you've had multiple college offers and you've chosen to go to Amarillo College, and what an unbelievable cross-country program they have there, nationally
Yeah.
ranked every year. Coach Hargrove has done an unbelievable job over there. What, enticed you to go to that school, and why did you make that choice?
A big part of it, Coach Hargrove is just such a great coach, and I've seen that. He used to coach at Tascosa my freshman year, and so yeah, I've seen what an amazing coach he is. So that's definitely pretty exciting for me to get to run for him again. And also, I get to stay close to my community. I have such good friends, like we talked about, such a good church and family here. So I really am excited to just get to spend some more time with them while I can, while still being able to keep up this running. So I'm really, really excited about that blend.
Well, I know the locals will be very happy because you're going to be, in town and they can watch you perform. Well, Mallory,
Definitely.
so great to celebrate your greatness. Thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
doing this, and congratulations on being the Class 5A Greater Texas Ford Dealers Female Athlete of the Month.
Thank you so much. It was so good to talk to you.
Your Greater Texas Ford Dealers is so proud to recognize the hard work, dedication, perseverance, and passion of so many Texas high school female athletes who inspire us all. Here's this month's winners, and don't forget you can see their interviews at Greater TX Ford for Greater Texas Ford Dealers. From Class 1A to 6A, plus private schools, we celebrate them all. Thanks so much for watching the Greater Texas Ford Dealers inaugural Female Athlete of the Month. See you next time.